Good morning, welcome. Today you're going to watch this video to see how you can possibly make money in migrating NFTs. So, Giraffe Tower NFT collection, you may be aware if you're already a giraffe. If you're not a giraffe, you won't be aware, but let's give you a little lowdown. So, Giraffe Tower NFT is a membership NFT collectible for the community known as Gary Club, community of creators. We have here our Ethereum collection, originally on Ethereum, and because our ecosystem powered by Gary Coin and other social tokens backed by the Gary Coin are all on Solana, we have migrating the NFT, the membership pass, to Solana as well. It just makes everything more streamlined, low cost of gas. As you may have experienced in the last couple of weeks, gas has been crazy during the meme coin frenzy season on Ethereum. There's been some meme coins going on the Solana as well, but you don't pay hundreds of dollars of gas during high transaction time. So anyway, if you're not familiar with the collection, you've got links in below of the Ethereum collection on OpenSea and the Solana version for the migrated collection over on Magic Eden. Magic Eden does have the Ethereum version as well. So if you're typing in Giraffe Tower, you will see Solana one, Solana symbol, and ETH collection with ETH collection there. So about 50% has been already migrated over. We do have our offsprings as well. That's just a collectible that's only going to remain on Ethereum. It's just a collectible that we don't really do anything with anymore. If you are on Magic Eden and you go to the Ethereum collection, you're going to see higher prices. I don't know why than you would do if you went straight onto OpenSea. I'm not too sure why it's not picking those all up, but if you just go to OpenSea, which the link is below, you'll see. And the floor is a 0.0127. So that's about $20 and something. Let's have a look what it says. So we've got one here from Donovan, $23.26. Now, last couple of weeks, gas has been crazy. Right now, it's now 10 o'clock in the morning here in the UK, and things are starting to move Europe, getting active and all that kind of stuff. But I was seeing when I woke up about 8:30, the GUI was about 38. So if you want to look at how you can sort of minimize your gas fees, check out a video below in the description. I did a video about how I monitor gas, the different tools I use, and the kind of times of days and the days of the week that I have found historically to be lower gas levels. But it's all perspective. You've got to think to yourself, what has the levels been in the last couple of weeks, the last few days, etc., and what is relatively low. So you can see here, we were at 100 GUI on average on 10th of May, 11th of May, 12th of May starting to come sleepy down, 13th of May, and then we're kind of plateaued here. So you got here, if you go on to Etherscan, go on to Gas Tracker, hit historical Oracle prices, you can see how that's been going in the last few days. So I would say at this point, we've probably still got quite a lot of traffic on the Ethereum network. It is now Monday. As we get into the midweek, it gets higher. As we get into the end of the week, it gets lower. And the weekends tend to be a lot lower. It's all relative. So if you're seeing really high gas of 100 something, what is relatively low is probably these high 40s, high 30s, getting into 50s. You have to decide what gas levels are acceptable for you, what is your accepted price on gas. But anyway, let's get into it. So we're talking about migration. And if you want to check out Gary Club, just go to garyclub.gary.club. You'll check out the welcome, tells you all about what the community is. If you are a content creator, we are a community of content creators helping each other, learning from each other, masterminds, lots of information, lots of skills, lots of sharing, lots of partnerships. And Gary's bringing in guests from his connections, from his own work in using being a marketer, launches, working with big creators in terms of helping them in their brands. And you can get membership, come into a Discord, you'll get access to the creator section. So things here like the updates, the lounges, help section, showcase your work, opportunities. If you've got any opportunities, any programs, services, anything you're providing, we're here every day in the playground, talking to each other, connecting. We're just there chilling out every day in voice channels. We've known each other now for the last 2 years, and even though it's a small community, we will grow and we'll grow. As I said, we've already got half the collection migrated, and we've got a couple of hundred people already active in the server. And things like we've got our weekly pulse, we've got different people coming into the studio where Gary has a very intimate one-to-one conversation live with an audience, but also the possibility of asking questions to these different creators that have achieved different things within their business, and we're learning from them. So it's a really great experience. Got a mastermind coming up in terms of AI. Obviously, that's a hot topic right now. So yeah, go check it out. Pick up a draft and check it out. So what we've got to do, if we want to do that, we go on to Giraffe Tower on Ethereum, and we can pick up, as you can see there, like quite often the floor is a lot lower here compared to on Solana. And in terms of migration, if you want to pick up something at a reasonable price, you can pick up things here. I have been since March doing a giraffe trait hunting club. So down and below, you'll see a link for that. It's done by Social Pay. You pay it in the form of my token, the fuzzy token, or actually, in fact, Gary token there. So you can just buy Gary token at the Gary.club exchange. You just get your Solana, purchase your token, and you can use the Social Pay link below. And in that, what I've been doing since March, and I'll come here and show you my channel. I have a dedicated channel for the giraffe hunting traits. This is my Fuzzy Club channel. You can go into the description below. There's a link for my Discord as well to join my Discord. Make sure you do that. And yeah, ever since March, I've been sort of just sharing recon, who the giraffe are, who owns the giraffe, what's their account, what's their social media, what do I know about them. I'm an active person in the community for the last 2 years. I am aware of most people who have been active in the community. I'm aware of the people who are no longer wanting to be part of the community and just looking to exit. And I give really in-depth information here. Now, we've got 15, 16 days left of this month. The window for migration is closing at the end of the month. So the people have been in here have had opportunities since March to get accumulating the giraffe traits that they desire. And once the window opened up for migration, beginning of May, they were able to move those over. Now you could do the same still. Now that Ethereum gas is slowing down, I think you can get reasonable price here. You know, pick up something for $20, maybe pay like $10 or so on gas, depending on the time of the day. And then you've got something there that it was a $30 giraffe. This is where the arbitrage moment happens. Now, we would love you to stay in the community and want to be part of the community and be a creator and make money from creating your content, running your business, developing your skills. That is the idea of the Giraffe Tower membership for Gary Club, is to be more value to you as an owner than someone who's going to sell and flip. But with that said, if you did desire to sell a giraffe, you can sell now on Solana with a floor of 3.5 SOL. So 3.5 SOL. Okay, so the floor on Ethereum 1.0.0145. What does that even mean? Let's get into CoinGecko and let's show you the figures. This is what's called arbitrage. You buy at a cheaper price somewhere else, and then you sell it somewhere else at a higher cost. This is not financial advice. This is just purely education, just making you aware what these things are, what exists, and what is possible. And if you did desire to do this, then this is obviously completely up to you. But we're just going to change the value into US dollars because everyone's going to be pretty much American anyway. And also the world deals with these assets in US dollars. So we've got Ethereum and we've got Solana. So let's enter in these figures and show you what we're talking about. So firstly, on Ethereum. So on Ethereum, we have a price of the 0.014. Our current prices of ETH 0.0.0145, I think it was. Yes. Okay, so that's that. So we're looking at 26.55. Okay, that is the floor of ETH. If we go over to Solana, we said it was a floor of 3.5, 75. So we have already, what is that? We've got 20, 25, 25. So let's just call that. So we've got there already a 40, 50. We've got a $50 profit. If you were to buy a draft today, or any day between now and then when these prices are low, because people are on Ethereum, they're not even wanting to migrate. They're just listing these like, hey, I've got these things during a time of high period. I don't really want them, not really part of the community, don't want to use utility, whatever. You can, purchase here at a much lower price, because everyone who's coming over to Solana, we are dedicated members of the community. We are creators who are actually keeping our membership, value our membership, everything we're learning in the Gary Club. And we know in the future, this is going to be valuable in different ways, valuable in terms of resources, valuable in terms of knowledge, valuable in terms of connections, business deals, etc. So we want our assets, and we know have a value that we have on our assets. There is $50 there from an arbitrage. If you came here, bought it, flipped it. Now, how do we do the migration? In terms of the actual migration, once again, below in the description is a link of a video I did on how to migrate from Ethereum over to Solana. It's very simple, very easy. With everything that the Gary Club team has produced with Social Connector, which is the SaaS company that powers all of this ecosystem, all of the coins, and everything to do with the collectibles, it's very easy to go into your Social Connector account. I won't probably be able to log in right now, but you go into Social Connector account. If you don't have one set up already, I will share a link below. In the first comments, there'll be a pinned comment where you can just use my referral link. It won't cost you anything. You set up an account. It's completely free. Email address, password is all you need. There's no need for any private keys or any seed phrases or anything like that. This is custodial, but be aware, do not keep the majority of your assets and things on there. This is purely for in our ecosystem. You can send any of these tokens that you've acquired that are used for any of the creators, because all the different creators, as you'll see on the Gary.club website, have different services, different things they provide, powered by social tokens. You could be a member of any of those communities, learn those skills. I'm learning about all types of hyper freedom from Steve Ryan at Freedom. I learn all types of things to do with YouTube from Dunk. I'm really into the PI that's been worked on by Dragon Forge and Emrys and all of his comrades over there. So all his friends over there. And so we've got Dragon Forge, Quantum Shift, learning how to manifest and just take action, and just things to do with manifestation from Dr. Monica, cybersecurity from Russell Eubanks, and obviously there's the Gary coin. So yes, check out Social Connector. It's very simple, and you set up a Social Connector. It'll take you like a minute to do, and then what you'll do, as you'll see more details in the video that I've got in the description below, you link your necessary wallets, so it's just read only, so it understands what's being held, but it never seeks permission or authorization for any form of transactions. It purely just reads. I have my, well, not now, but I would have my Ethereum wallet connected to it and have my Solana wallet connected to it. And there is a migration. So when you have your wallets connected, you go to migration, you can start migration, and here is where you put the ID numbers. So the ID numbers you see of the giraffe, you would put them into that. Your Ethereum wallet's already connected, so it reads that. They will display here, and then you just type the numbers of what you want to migrate. Watch the video I already did. It's all there. You can see live examples of me migrating, and then it just costs you 100 Gary coin each giraffe. Gary coin, what is that? That is the coin that powers all of the ecosystem. Okay, how much is that? Well, Gary coin. So Gary coin is here, and a Gary coin is 6 cents. And if we say you want to buy a giraffe, that was $25. We migrate it over. It only costs you an extra $6 for the sake of $6 to migrate that. So you could purchase a bit of ETH gas, be aware, but you're probably looking at, if you bought one off the floor, you could be anywhere between $30 to $40, hopefully less, and you've migrated the giraffe. And then you could list it for more. because the floor is higher on Solana. So that is arbitrage, buying at one price from one place for a lower price and selling it for a higher price somewhere else. But also there's opportunities here. If you like different looks, I mean, I quite like this one here. I might actually buy that one. I know who's been trying to sell that for a long time. And I go in depth. So this is Tycho, and I go in depth in my channel that I mentioned earlier about my giraffe hunting traits. If you're a member of that, use the social link below, social connector, social pay link below. It'll just cost you some Gary coin, and then you can have live updates in here. I'll go much more in depth about who people are, what I know about them, and even I've given people tips about how to basically get some bargains. And I'll show you while we're here live right now. Let's see if I can find them. I'll show you some. So here's some testimonials of people. So we've got Sam here. So Sam, he was really glad that he got the role. We originally called it Giraffe Sweepers. Information to him had been invaluable. Constant updates about the prices, great way for me to shop. So Samuel, great story about Samuel. He originally was someone who didn't have a giraffe, and this was the time when a giraffe and NFTs were much more expensive. And he had Gary Coin, and we were in a different ecosystem. We moved over, migrated, a different migration, and he didn't have a giraffe. He couldn't afford a giraffe. He's a family man. He's working really hard, supporting his family, and just never, a couple of $100 on an NFT wasn't in his reach. This migration and the fact that we've got people who just want to leave and they don't really understand what we're doing, that's absolutely fine. They're selling at a loss has given him an opportunity to go from 0 giraffe now to 5+ giraffe with assistance of the information and get the traits he wants. So he said he's learned a lot, all about the rare characteristics of the giraffe and looking to increase his collection. So he's gone from 0 to 3 giraffe at that time, and that was about March time, I think that was. So we've also got here, we've got Renee giving a testimony here, very grateful for the service. If you're lost in the world of NFTs, then I'm your guy. He filters, locates, provides insights into the Giraffe NFT market like nobody's business. Time saving, yes, I save you time. I give you the updates, I do the searching. You just need to execute the purchase or make the WEEF offers. And it was carry on Renee's one. So I've got a keen eye. Fuzzy's got a keen eye. Been a lifesaver in my giraffe NFT journey. He delivers the traits and insights I crave. And we've also got Isna, who's with us very shortly in that little club. So yep, just talk about a bit of the rapport with most of the giraffe owners when looking for specific traits, the holders of traits. His investigation skills will track down any giraffe, which is true. I will find most people, as long as they've got social media connected to a name that I've seen in the Discord. I will find the majority of people who are selling. And MP Peggy. So Fuzzy is ever helpful community member. This time he's finding some great deals with thoughtful commentary, research, and a bit of negotiation strategy. So this is the type of stuff that I've been doing since March for everyone. Make sure you hit the link below. Set up yourself with our Giraffe Hunting Club. Join the server, and you can watch those other videos that I go through about the migration and things like that. And I will assist you for the next 14 days to do that. So that's going to happen here. I come into my server, I go into my channel, and I put in information there on a regular basis. I'm constantly watching what's being sold, the activities that are happening within the Giraffe Tower collection. And once this period is over, all of the giraffe that have not been migrated by the end of May will never be able to be migrated. And in case you're wondering what happens when you migrate these things, well, if you don't migrate them, you keep the image as they are, but the eligibility of the giraffe to be having any utility within our community will end. If you did migrate them, they become a different type of NFT, which I will show you. So you have these ineligible ones. So actually these might be, I don't know what these are actually. Let's try and find a migrated one. Let's try and find some OGs. I know OGs are migrated. No, can't find it. Hang on. Get out of there. Here we go. So when a giraffe has migrated, your NFT on Ethereum will remain, and the metadata is all copied over onto the Solana network. So your image and everything about the giraffe, rarities will change. And once that migration is done, your image, to make sure that you haven't got two images on two different blockchains networks, will change to this piece of artwork. So this is an NIG AI created, as you can see, piece of artwork, and they all just become this collectible. And yes, has it been migrated? You can't see information about that, but there is a migration checker. I've got that in my server, and you just put in, if you don't see this image, you're just seeing a normal giraffe, we make sure that we check they're already migrated. These are all the things I will do for you and help you with. If you join today, make sure you hit that link below and sign up for our giraffe trait hunting club. So I hope that is everything I can do for you today. Thank you for joining me for the stream. I'd love to see you in my server. Love to see you join the club. And we've got these days to find the traits that you really want in your collection, that you really desire, because there are great opportunities. And as we get closer and closer to that end date, I honestly believe people are just going to be selling at the lowest prices you've seen there, $25. It's just cheap as could be. So now is the time to get something transferred over, and you could do all that probably about for $30. And if you want to sell, you can list at the current floor price or higher if you know the value of the traits, and I will discuss with you as well and help you in terms of knowing how these traits are seen within the community. So make sure you join us today. Have a lovely day. Check out those other videos in the link below. Subscribe, share the video. Have a lovely day. Take care. Bye-bye.